Hi everybody, it's Kandi. Thank you for joining me today. Today I would like to talk about food addiction. It's not a fun topic, but it is one that is very important to talk about, and I've never talked about it until this point. I was actually motivated to talk about this topic because of a situation that's going on with my brother, Don. He came out last year to be healed of high blood pressure and diabetes and all sorts of things, caused by poor eating habits and drug and alcohol addiction, which he shared during our journey. He was here for 8 months, and we documented every step of the way. We did a video once a week to catch you up on how he was doing, and so anyway, I'll get to him in a minute. I have an update for those of you who, who were following his journey and want to know how he's doing. So food addiction is, basically, I looked up the definition, and it said that it is a behavioral addiction, and that it is a compulsive consumption of palatable foods of mostly high fat and high sugar content. So of course that would be all the, meats and cheeses and dairies and all the sugary foods. These are highly addictive foods. And so it goes on to say that these addictive foods reward the reward system in the human. Wait a minute, let's see. These foods activate the reward systems in humans despite the adverse consequences. So, that just sums up addiction in a nutshell. We are so addicted to things, to foods. Of course, we all know alcohol addiction, and we all know, drug addiction, because that's what, makes the headline news. But you're never going to see anybody on the news talking about food addiction, because we are also, we're also raised to believe that, it's a programming. I got to be just straightforward with you. It is a programming. We are programmed since little kids that crunch berries, are delicious and healthy and nutritious, and they have berries in them. Why not? We believe this because, they make the commercials fun and exciting, and, they throw in little, things like, the berries, and so, it's just, we get into this fog thinking that because it has berries that it's extra good for you. It's better than the regular crunch berries. Well, really, see, look at all those food colorings and everything they put in there. It's filled with wheat and gluten, and and look at these berries. I mean, they're all colorful. I mean, they get that color from fruit, from our natural food. They know that subconsciously those colors are, the colors in fruits are what draws us to the fruit. The smell, the colors, the vibrancy. That is just like our calling to the fruit. And so, these marketing people, they know what to do. They know what they're doing. And, of course, they use fun words like Lucky Charms. They just, look at this, all these cartoon characters on the back to lure children to eat these, and to beg their moms and dads, whoever's shopping, to buy them, and, pretzels. I know I used to use pretzels a lot because I thought they were healthier than chips. But, oh my gosh, it's just like one drug versus another. These are so good, by the way, but shh, I don't eat these anymore, but they were in the cabinet. I do share my space with other people. Anyway, yeah, these are like filled with peanut butter. Anyway, so I'm on a new path. For those of you who don't know, I have been on a raw journey now for 4 years, and I just came off a watermelon fast. I was on it for 45 days, and I got a calling shortly before the watermelon fast, actually. I got a calling to be fully raw, and it's something I have really put out there that I want to be fully raw at some point in my life. I didn't know when it was going to come. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know if I was going to have the strength to do it. And so what happened was I was shown a vision of this purple area. I don't even, it's hard to describe. It's a dimension, it's a universe, and and it was calling me, and to get there, I needed to go fully raw. And you know what? It was so beautiful and enticing. I made the decision to go fully raw. And so it's so interesting. I was shown that right before my watermelon fast. What are the odds of that, huh? I mean, perfect timing. So leading up to my watermelon fast, I was kind of bad. My sister was in town for a week. She was only going to come up for a couple days. She stayed for a week, and so we went out. Oh my gosh. We went out and had some fun. We went out and had Thai food, and we had Mexican food. Of course, everything was vegan, but unhealthy vegan, you know. Not that Thai food is unhealthy vegan. I'm not saying that. Really, that's like the best choice if you're going to do cooked vegan. Well, in my opinion anyway. So anyway, I just went out and lived it up. You know, I had popcorn. We just had fun. I mean, I did. But, you know, what I thought was fun. It didn't feel very good, you know, because when you are used to eating mostly raw, because I have been on a 80 to 100% raw food diet for 4 years. So whenever I get, you know, have those cooked meals, you know, it always brings me down. You know, for those of you who are doing raw, you understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I lived it up, and I went into my 45-day watermelon fast, and today is day 53. Today's day 53 of being raw, fully raw, 100%. I'm not cheating with anything. I'm going for 1 full year, and I'm very focused on that, and then I'll take the next year as it comes. But I'm very dedicated, and I'm going to do this. And so I love setting, you know, worthwhile goals for myself and achieving them. Like my watermelon fast was originally set for 40 days, and I made it to 45. And so anyway, so it was about day, I don't know, somewhere in the second week, I believe, of my watermelon fast, that I got a call from my brother, and not from my brother, but from his girlfriend, that he was in the hospital and he almost died again. That makes number 3. Third time he almost died. He almost died with me when he was here through his detox twice. And so it was very challenging to get through the rest of my, you know, to say the least. And at that time, you know, he's been hiding out. He hasn't been really taking anybody's calls since he moved back to Alabama in April. And, you know, it's now September. So he's been pretty quiet. And I knew he had fallen off the wagon. He had already told me, but I was hoping it wasn't so bad, but it was. He put on about 50 of the, I guess 40 or 50 pounds of the 109 that he lost when he was here. And his body just was on toxic overload. He's been eating hamburgers and God knows what else. And packaged foods, you know, processed foods, and all of that. And so it just came to, he just went into total destruction. And it's so sad. I mean, I pray for him and wish the best for him, but I've talked to him, and this is the addiction part. So he is so addicted to these foods now that he's incorporating these into his life again, that the reason he came out here was to save his foot. His foot was about to be amputated due to diabetes, out of control diabetes. We got that under control. He was diagnosed with, an A1C of 4.4. He had no more diabetes when he left here. And so basically, he told me that, you know, my foot is, I can't remember the words, but something like, my foot is gone anyway. You know, I was trying to like jog him out of this mental fog, you know, from all these toxic foods that he's been ingesting. And I thought maybe talking about his foot would be the thing to do it, but it wasn't, because he's really in the throes of his addiction. And when you are an addict and you are really in the middle of your addiction, there's no reasoning with you, because you know, he's just, it's very heart-wrenching. It's, you know, he's my brother. I love him. We're only 10 months apart. He just turned 51. I'm 51. For 2 months, we're the same age. It's really cool. So he's like my twin, you know, always has been. And for him to say that he is not even interested in saving his foot anymore is just very difficult on me. So I just, you know, any of you that are addicted to food, if you're watching this, that means that you want help. That means you, you know, because this is called Raw for Beginners. I mean, why would you be watching this if you, you know, didn't have a want to get healthy? And I want to encourage you to do whatever it takes. You know, reach for raw foods. I mean, even if you're not fully vegan yet, if you can just start to incorporate more fruit and vegetables into your diet. I mean, this is real food here. This is watermelon. This is what real food looks like. What real color is meant for. Not additives, not food dye red number 4 or whatever, however that goes. I don't even know. But, you know, this is real food here. This is romaine lettuce, and look at this gorgeousness. Look at these peppers, how beautiful. Look at this, just gorgeous. Well, this is a jalapeno. I don't know if you consider that beautiful. I think it is. A lemon, look at that. Very astringent. Oh my gosh. If you can just start putting lemon, squeezing half a lemon into some water every morning and drinking that, or some raw apple cider vinegar. Start out small with that, because you don't want to get yourself nauseous and then you will stop doing it. Start out slow with the apple cider vinegar. It's so cleansing and healing. Look at this avocado. Oh my gosh. And look at this mango. I can't wait till that's ripe. Oh, I can eat tons. I can eat 4 or 5 mangoes in one sitting. That's called a monofruit diet, when you just, or a monofruit meal, when you just eat one single fruit, like I did with my watermelon for 45 days. It gives your body some time out. It gives your body a break, because it's only having to break down one food, and so it has that extra energy to heal your body. So keep that in mind. If you've been diagnosed with something and you need healing, just start out doing some monofruit meals. Oh my gosh, that's so beneficial. And work on, you know, watch Earthlings, watch What the Health, and that's health, H-E-A-L-T-H. Watch Forks Over Knives, okay? Do what you need to do to watch these movies and to educate yourself on why people like me, you know, advocate a vegan and a raw plant-based diet. You've got to get your health in order. We can't be happy if we are unhealthy. Our health is our wealth. You know, if you're going to go for packaged foods, get hemp seeds. These are not highly processed. Pick up some raisins. These are really easy for on the go. You know, it's an easy snack food. You know, chia seeds, yummy. Yummy. Dates. Look at these medjool dates. Oh my gosh. This is raw. Gosh, this is raw food candy. This is candy. This is oh, it's better than candy. So if you have an addiction towards sweets, get some medjool dates. get some fruit. Get used to that sweetness in the fruit, and get yourself on the path to where you feel optimal. You know, I have a friend that we're going to a raw food restaurant tonight, or it's a vegan restaurant. But anyway, he sent me a text message and said he feels like $900,000, but he wants to feel like $1 million. So we're going to get together tonight and talk about some ways he can tweak his diet to where he can get to feeling $1 million. I thought that was so cool, and I want all of you to feel like $1 million. So do whatever it takes. You know, just start. Your taste buds will change the more you incorporate fruits into your diet, fruits and veggies. And when I mean veggies, I mean leafy greens. You know, go for those leafy greens. They're easy for your body to digest. You know, if you've got to do broccoli or, you know, cauliflower, whatever, yeah, that's fine too. But more leafy greens, because you can just, you know, your body can assimilate those so much better. So I want to thank you all for joining me and for, you know, liking and sharing, you know, what I'm offering here. I hope it brings value to you, and I wish you all the best, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all, and thank you so much. Have a beautiful weekend. Namaste.